Hey guys, Dr. Yu here. I hope you had a good week. First, let me apologize for having to cancel the online class meetings last week. I know we have a lot to go over, but I wasn't feeling well last week. But I'm feeling better now, and I want to thank you for the emails you sent to me with good wishes and kind words. I really appreciate that. All right, I'm going to go over things you need to complete for this week. Now, the most important thing is that the second lecture task is scheduled for this coming week. And the lecture task is usually open on Saturday and Sunday, right? Just like last time. So you won't be able to see the test link until 1 a.m. on Saturday. Okay. So again, it's open on Saturday at 1 a.m. and it will be closed at 11:59 p.m. on Sunday. So you have about 48 hours to complete the task. Okay, let's look at the lecture material first. So we are in Unit 3. So we have completed the first 2 units, and now you need to click on Unit 3. And there are only 2 chapters in this unit, cell division and DNA structure and replication. When you open cell division, you will see there are quite a few things I put in here. But it's actually not that much. The first 2 are lumen, study plan, and quiz that you need to complete by the end of Sunday. This is PowerPoint. I included some interesting videos to kind of help you understand the process of mitosis and meiosis. Those are the 2 types of cell division, and they're really, really important. Now, for mitosis, there is a lot of resource out there, and the process is pretty straightforward, and it's pretty easy to understand. So I did not have a lecture recording, but instead I provided a link to videos on the cell cycle and mitosis. So you can watch that and read the textbook, and if you have any questions, let me know. I think the video works pretty well to kind of demonstrate the process. All right, now for meiosis, it's a little bit more difficult than mitosis. So you will see I have 2 lecture videos posted on YouTube. The first one is short, about 15 minutes, but the second one is quite long, and it's just because there's so much to cover for meiosis. And in the end, I showed a research article that kind of talk about the errors that happen during meiosis and what kind of genetic disorders it could lead to. All right, so those are the videos. I also have video on meiosis. After you watch the lecture recordings, if you don't think you have a good understanding, you can also use these additional resources. This is a video comparing mitosis and meiosis. They're similar, but there are big differences, and it's important to know the differences between these 2 different types of cell division. You are welcome to watch this video and get a deeper understanding on the differences between these 2 processes. The last one is a talk on mutations in cancer. This is a very interesting talk, and it was given by an expert in cancer, and he's going to talk about how mutations could lead to cancer. Now, there are 2 types of genes, and if mutations happen to these 2 types of genes, they could both lead to cancer. All right, that's a very important step, and I will try to go over this next week. And then we'll just have a study guide. Okay. All right, so that's all the items in the lecture folder. So again, you need to go to Unit 3, and this is the first chapter in Unit 3. All right, now in terms of lab, you are going to use Week 9 folder. It's photosynthesis and cellular respiration. Now, I know what you're thinking, and maybe you're thinking that, oh, we'll have to do 2 labs this week. It's actually not too much work because you don't have to do the lab workbook, and I have really condensed the information that you need to go over and complete. So if you open, each lab folder, if you go to energy and photosynthesis, so you can see the lab work has been hidden from you, so you won't see this and you won't have to complete this. You only need to complete the photosynthesis quiz. But to do the quiz, you have to go over the materials in this lab and go over the virtual lab. So there's some reading material here, and once you're done, you're going to come to this assignments and procedures and open this lab. The lab is super short. There are only a few slides that you need to go through. So this is called Harmful Algal Blooms Digital Exercise. And it's related to environmental science, and it's very, very interesting. At least I think so. You probably have heard news on algal blooms in some of the major lakes in the U.S. And because those lakes often provide a water source to nearby cities and towns, if there's algal blooms in those lakes, a lot of times the residents near the lake cannot use the water from the lake for either drinking water or even for washing, like brushing their teeth or taking a shower. So you will see why algal bloom can be really bad. All right, again, the digital exercise is very short. Probably just take you 5 to 10 minutes to complete. And once you're done, you can come back to the folder and complete the quiz. All right? The quiz is right here. And again, you have 3 attempts to do the quiz, and I will take your highest score. It's very similar for respiration. Again, no need to submit the lab workbook. It's hidden from you. I have already converted the questions into this fermentation quiz. Most of the questions from the quiz actually are based on the virtual lab, so just like photosynthesis. And again, the virtual lab for respiration, it's really about fermentation, is also super short. So again, 5-10 minutes tops, you can finish the virtual lab. And once you're done with the lab, go back to the quiz to complete the quiz questions. Again, most of the quiz questions are based on that fermentation virtual lab. All right, so that's all for this week. Again, don't forget to study for the second lecture test on Saturday and Sunday. And on Tuesday and Wednesday, like I said, I'll go through some of the important stuff to get you ready for the test. All right, I hope you guys have a great week. Let me know if you have any questions.